So how did I get into tech? My first memory of using a computer was when I was 7 years old, and you can see the picture on the screen. I didn't really interact with computers from that time on throughout my primary school, and I completed my secondary school, nothing much. But I remember once in secondary school, I think maybe SS1 or SS2, and SS means senior secondary, senior secondary one, senior secondary two. So either one of those classes, we had a computer class, and the teacher brought a laptop to the class to show us what a computer looked like. The laptop was this thick, really thick. He opened it up. We couldn't even touch it. We only gathered around to see the computer, and I think it was running maybe Windows 95 or something like that then, which was like one of the latest pieces of operating systems. So the after that, I finished secondary school. And what happens is when you finish secondary school, before you get into the university, there's around 6 months where you're waiting for your results to come out and for admission to be ready in the university. Now, all I was doing within those 6 months, this was in 1999, was playing games with my friends. I had neighbors that had a Nintendo 64. They had football, I think ISS, and they had Mario Kart. And all we did was go to their house and play games all day. In the evening, we go and play football on the field. Then out of the blues, my parents told me that they enrolled me for a computer course, a diploma course, and I had to go there Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, on hearing this, I wasn't pleased at all. I wasn't happy about it because all I was thinking was it's going to take time away from playing Nintendo 64, and I was quite unhappy about it. But I had no choice. I had to go for it, and I started attending those lessons. But when I got there, they had these big PCs. I think then they were called unbranded computers. So you have the CPU, you have the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse. They're all wired. In a class, you had maybe 9 machines, and people maybe have 2 people to 1 machine. So there I started to interact with computers again, and that was how I got into tech. I learned GW Basic programming. I also learned Excel, Microsoft Word, Corel Draw, and I think DB, what do they call it? Access, yes, Microsoft Access. And I loved the Excel part because it had programming. I learned macros and as well as the GW Basic part. And that's how I got into programming. And I can tell you, looking back, that was the single most important decision that got my career started. And even though I wasn't really happy with my parents then for putting me in that course, I'm very grateful to them for enrolling me and getting me started on this journey in tech.